Well, welcome back. My name is Hal Otey with Hal Otey Financial, and again, we're here to talk about all things retirement. And specifically in this video, what we're going to be talking about is something I like to refer to as a financial junk drawer. Now, what do I mean by that? So when you think about it, most of you probably have a junk drawer at home. Now I'm going to be sharing my screen here in a little bit, but let's just kind of think through the concept of this. So in your junk drawer, you probably have the typical pens and pencils and paper clips and sticky pads and some markers and different things that you have in there. But you also probably have some old business cards from people that you don't even remember who they are anymore. You might have some old cell phones or cell phone batteries. I know for me, I've got a couple of those that I still have pictures on that I haven't been able to get off yet. So I don't want to lose the phone until I get those pictures off of there. And then way in the back of mine, I've still got a couple of old shotgun shells and 22 shells. But that that junk drawer is sort of similar to what I like to refer to in people's lives where their financial lives are concerned. So think about this. Most of the people over the 30 to 33 years that I've been working in the financial services industry and specializing in the area of retirement, most of the people that we work with out of the hundreds and thousands of people are people that did not inherit their wealth. They're people that worked hard. They spent 30, 35, maybe even 40 years in a career. And during that time, they raised their families. They made sure that their kids were well provided for. They went to sporting events and maybe music events. They were involved in their church and their community. And what happens along the way is they end up putting their lives on sort of what I would like to refer to as automatic pilot. Okay. Now, I don't know if that resonates with any of you, but life gets busy. And when it gets busy, we tend to focus on, the things that are right in front of us, and the other things sort of get left to the wayside. So let's think about this. And here's where I am going to share my screen. So give me just a minute. So here we are with our financial junk drawer. So going back to my example, the person that put in a 30, 35, 40-year career. So think about all the different things that transpired over that time where their financial lives were concerned. So they started to work. They probably along the way started putting money into either a 401k, if they're a nonprofit, maybe a 403b. Maybe somewhere along the way, somebody suggested that they start putting money into an IRA or maybe even a Roth IRA. People end up saving money in CDs or maybe savings accounts or money market accounts to make sure they have liquidity. Maybe you left an employer, and when you left, you started a new company that you started a new 401k with, left your old one there. Along the way, maybe a brother-in-law or somebody went in the insurance business and you bought an annuity or a life insurance policy from them, so you've got that going on in the background. And if your spouse works, then they probably have some kind of accounts that they've built up. Maybe you put in money into a joint investment account. If you're fortunate enough to have a company that you work for that has stock options, you might have that going on. But you start thinking about all these different components that begin to develop around your financial life, and it begins to look a little bit like this financial junk drawer that we've got here. So what you don't want your retirement to be is something that you're fretting about and worried about and concerned about. How are you going to organize and coordinate all these different pieces together? How are you going to know how much income you need? Where are you going to pull the income from? What is the taxation going to be from all those different things that you're pulling money from? What is the best way to organize your income in retirement? Have I saved enough? Do I have enough money to live on in retirement? And am I going to have enough to where I don't run out of money before I run out of life? Because let's face it, longevity is there. So there's a lot of different components that go on into helping organize and coordinate your financial lives. But ultimately, what you're looking for is a way to simplify and organize your financial lives and coordinate things in such a way so that you can answer the question, am I going to be okay? So if this video has been helpful, if this looks like it describes you and your situation, or maybe somebody else that you know, a colleague or somebody, make sure you click on the subscribe button below. Make sure you also click on the notification button, and eventually we're going to have an overall workshop that you'll be able to tie into so that you can look and get a better idea and a better concept about how do you really prepare for and plan for retirement so that your retirement can be what you hope it to be. Because here's our role in what we try to do for our clients is that we want to help you organize and simplify your financial affairs in such a way that you can focus on those things that ultimately give your life meaning and purpose. Have a wonderful day.